right, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Shar. Y'all know what time it is. Hit that like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel. All right, we are back with some Porsha and Simon news, and unfortunately, it just seems like people are going on a smear campaign for Porsha. All right, we got the men, we got the woman, we got the in-between, we got the men who want to be woman. Child, y'all gonna have to pick a side, okay? And it's kind of disgusting, right? That men will take the time out their day to have such a input, okay? Now, in this case, we have Peter Thomas talking about Porsha targeting Simon. Now, this target word has been sufficient enough because the latest interview Simon Guobadia has done on page 6 highlights that he believes that Porsha, his now ex-wife, has targeted him. And he used the word targeted, okay? And he's saying that he was targeted. Porsha jumped in his inbox, and because he was in a vulnerable state, he just ran with it, okay? It was wrong on his part, all right? And that he's going to fight the ruling of the divorce filing, that she finally won this $40K a month and the house and all of those things that she won while they were going through divorce in their divorce decree, right? All the things that she won, he said he would go as far as the Supreme Court if he has to, okay? But that's not what stuck out, right? What stuck out is him saying that he was targeted. Porsha picked him out of a handful of dudes and she targeted him, okay? I don't care about vulnerable state because we don't ever get a pass as women when we're in a vulnerable state, okay? They be like, oh, she's a hoe. Oh, she's a whore. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. We don't ever get a pass, okay? Like, we're not allowed to be in a vulnerable state, okay? So he's saying that he was in a vulnerable state, so he don't get a pass. If you feel like you didn't take the amount of time to vet her, okay, say that. If you feel like you missed a lot of things, say that, okay? And if you feel like, you know, you was a little horny and you wanted somebody to supply all of your needs, then say that, right? But come on with all this. You know, I was vulnerable. I didn't know no better, all right? My mama didn't teach me any better. Stop it, okay? But it's not fair to be like, oh, I was targeted, okay? Everybody has a type. Everybody has a type. I'm not going to go out here and pick with somebody with some bad ankles. No, thank you. Okay. I like a good ankle, right? I like what I like. And for her, she like a person with money. Okay. You said it yourself, right? You are, listen, I don't know who need to hear this, but she took a lot of things on the chin for Simon too. Okay. We got the age equivalent. We got the filing in his situation. You know, she took a lot of things on the chin too. So let's not act like it's all one-sided and, you know, he was just this perfect masterpiece, all right? If he was not honest and she had to do some things to protect her assets, so what? If he got his pockets a little touchy right now because of it, so what, right? It's a part of divorce. And sometimes we lose some things and sometimes we gain some things. And in this case, Porsha gained and he lost, right? So that's just what it is. That being said, he said he believed that he was targeted. And Peter Thomas, let me hold your hand when I say this, okay? You need to get ready for that 18-month bid you're about to serve, okay? You need to stay out of grown folks' business. It's nothing that you can say. You've been gunning for Porsha for a while now, right? And I'm trying to figure out what's the underlying issue here, okay? You've been coming for her, like you be in the comment section, like you might as well go ahead and be in her fans club at this point because you is just always in Porsha Williams' business, okay? Peter jumps in and agree that Porsha did indeed target Simon because Simon's story never changed. And when it first happened and they separated, he reached out to Simon and he said to Simon, what's going on? And Simon was like, I believe that I'm targeted. And he says that Simon's story never changed. So it has to be true. He said he don't care what nobody say. It has to be true. And he's been down this road before. Brother Peter, lay off, okay? Get ready for that bid you're about to serve, okay? And stay out of grown folks' business. Because they handling their business, right? Where you didn't handle your business. That's why you're on your way to the prison house, okay? So I ain't saying you don't got an opinion, but it's just the eagerness to jump in when it's Porsha, right? You just be so butthurt for whatever reason that you just keep targeting this girl. Like, at least don't make it so obvious that you have a deeper rooted issue with her, okay? But listen, I'm going to play it, but just before I play it, you guys drop it in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of all of this. I love your checkmates, and there's nothing you can do about it. And remember, don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. Until next time, bye.
And I saw Simon post, and that was riveting to say the least. it speaks volume. First time he's actually talking. Now, right after in real life, when we all saw Porsha file for divorce, I talked to Simon immediately, and he told me that he was blindsided. So, a year later, he's still saying the same thing? And I believe him. I also believe he was targeted. I do. I don't care what nobody says. I believe that shit. Okay, and I believe that it's somewhat his fault. And like he said, he was in not the right state of mind, and he's guilty of committed, and he think that's something he wanted, and he thought it was real, and it wasn't. Okay, I'm sorry for him. I know what it's like. I was on that show. Simon didn't even make it to the show, to be honest with you. I was on that show for 8 seasons. And my